Bonafide, nigga.
You can't handle my lifestyle and leave me where I'm at, yeah. Ooh, I'm too lit, I can't pipe down, I'm buzzing like a net, yeah. You can't handle my lifestyle and leave me where I'm at. I'm too lit, I can't pipe down, I'm buzzing like a net. Like a time I took a loss, I brush it off and double back. She said she gon' ride or die, gon' lift me up just like a jet. You claim that you fuck with me, I call you and pick up. But every time we fuck, I take a brush just like a hiccup. But change on the game for the money and the fame. Having plans of being bosses on the shit and flying plane. Yeah.
100 Mob in the building. You already know what time it is. That was Dope Duty Lifestyle. Pritchard, Alabama, nigga. You already know what time it is. 100 Mob stamping it. We gonna drop the link below. And we gonna also community tag the video, nigga. You already know what it is with me, Panda back ass, nigga. You already know what time it is with me. We back up in the building, nigga. You thought I was gone, but we ain't gone, nigga. You already know what time it is. Me to gonna bring face here. Shit! Now we wanna talk about Maine music, nigga. I had to go ahead on and do what I had to do. Now, we want to talk about Maine music. We want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, Big Ab and all this and, you know, Ben 10 and all this chain stuff. Y'all stop asking me about the chain of Maine music, nigga. Strap it down. You know what I'm saying? Because when we talk about Maine music, jury being Moissanite and all this stuff like that, man, we going to dig into it, whether it has any validity, any factual, you know, statements about it, man. Now, let's go ahead on and, you know, drag it on. Now, Unkle Bane been recently getting up on his jewelry, you know what I'm saying, you know, and Tech mentioned things about his jewelry, you know what I'm saying. Now, how I feel is it don't matter how real your jewelry is if you ain't no real nigga yourself. You see what I'm saying? If your word don't mean nothing, if you don't stand on what you say, you know, actual, you know, factual statements of the streets. You know what I mean? And this so-called code we go by. That's how I feel. So, like I said, the fake it till you make it thing that Tet spoke of inside the interview, yeah, a lot of people say things about fake it till you make it. Some gotta fake it till you make it. Because is that the artist's fault or is that the niggas that's watching or listening fault? Is that the audience and the fans' fault? You know what I mean? Let's really dig into it, because if it's not their fault, then why do somebody gotta wear something fake? You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know what I mean, appeal to the fans so they can listen to the music. You know what I'm saying? That says something wrong with the culture. Unkle Bane put it on blast. I went and did my, you know, research and everything checked out. You know what I'm saying? They is selling this pendant. I don't know if it's because of Maine music. I don't know if this the pendant that Maine music bought. But if you look it up, then you can finally see and you can notice on what's going on with the whole jewelry thing, bro. And like I said, this is why Maine music need to come forward and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If he don't want to talk about it, I feel like he don't have to, man, because you got to look at it, man. All these people wearing fake chains, a lot of people wearing Moissanite jewelry, man, because a lot of people sitting up here, they getting got. So why is you putting your investments inside jewelry instead of property and houses, what we speak of, and instead of all of this real estate? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is what it is. That's what y'all make the rappers do to appear. Now the chain that Ben10 got on ain't hitting like the one, you know, his so-called Cameraman that did something for Maine music and put Maine music in that situation hitting like. You can see it on his neck, nigga. This is not the same chain that he threw inside the pond. Ben10 and Maine music did not make him get rid of his chain, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is something that he chose to do and something that he chose to disconnect from because he was 37 years old and he was a fan and he wasn't getting the support, and he gave you the rundown inside the interview. And why would you still support something that ain't going right for you? You know what I mean? That man doing what he's supposed to do, disconnecting himself from something. He said with all due respect. Now the only thing is you talking about all due respect, but you still threw dependent inside the pond. That's total disrespect. You know what I'm saying? You melt it down or pond it or something, nigga. You don't sit up here and throw it in the pond. You know what I'm saying? That's total. But it is what it is. That's what he called it, so that's what it is. So what I'm saying is y'all can't sit up here and get up on, you know what I mean, Maine jury and what Maine doing and this and that. Y'all made the artists had to go out here and buy jewelry just to listen to their music. In the 90s and the 80s, they didn't have to have, jury or none of that, just for you to listen. You see what I'm saying? So do we blame the culture or do we blame Maine music? Shit, Maine had to come back and say something about it. Shit, you know, the cameraman, none of that, dog. It is what it is, man. Y'all drop them comments to let me know how y'all really feel, bro. Cause all this is getting too out of hand about chains. I'm tired of hearing chains.